Alright, what's good, Ken Folk? It's your boy Screwface Capone in the house. I hope your Monday's going well. I hope your week is starting out on a good note. Well, it's Monday as I record this, so it's Monday night to be exact. It's almost 11 p.m., but you get the idea. This is probably going to be going up Tuesday morning. But anyway, a couple weeks ago, Nintendo had a direct that was focused on indie games and their third-party partners. So, there's usually a lot of surprises in these things. You don't go into expecting much because, it's third party and indie, but they come out with surprises. Of course, obviously we know about the Capcom Fighting Collection, the one with the S&K games. Also the Castlevania Dominus Collection. But there was one that I'm particularly interested in that I think kind of slipped past a lot of people's radar just because of what it is. And that's Tetris Forever. So we're going to take a look at a quick look at the trailer. Yeah, so that was Tetris Forever from Digital Eclipse. If you're not familiar with the company, they do a lot of like remasterings and old school games. They did the Atari 50th Anniversary Collection from a few years back, which was actually pretty awesome. They're doing Worms Armageddon Anniversary Collection. They also do a lot of I don't want to say like, well, I guess they are original and new games too. They publish them. Here's Volgar the Viking 2, and of course they're doing Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Rita's Rewind. Right now I want to focus on Tetris Forever. So yeah, they're promising more than 15 playable classic games from the series history, and you can see that there's going to be a new mode called Chaos Mode, like y'all saw in the video. And of course, you're gonna have a documentary on it. So that's pretty dope. Tetris Time Warp, that's what it's called, the Chaos Mode. I don't know why I said that. Now, there's no list of games that are gonna be on there. Here's the Tetris Wiki. So far here are all the games that have been revealed. You got Tetris Electronica 60, and I believe this is like one of the first versions of Tetris, if not the first version. So yeah, a little piece of history. You also get Tetris, the BPS version. Now it looks like this collection is focused primarily on the bulletproof software versions of Tetris. So I guess if you're looking for something like, say, the Jalico arcade versions, I forget if they're actually published by Jalico, but one of them was on the Legends Flashback. I think I showed that off like several years ago. It was like this arcade game where you had to clear lines and they had a little plot. But enough of that. So this is actually a version that was on Japanese home computers. So we're getting that one. We're getting Hatris. Now Hatris, this actually came to the NES in 1992, and it was actually a attempt to recreate. Well, I don't want to say like a spinoff or a new sequel to Tetris, but like try to recapture some of that same magic. Obviously, they weren't that successful, but it is a pretty fun game. So what else do you got? Here's Tetris 2 plus Bombless. We saw that during the trailer. Actually, this was developed by Chunsoft, and I think those were the people behind Fire Pro Wrestling. Now there's also Super Bombless DX. Now there are no like links for those, but I think this is a Nintendo DX version. Obviously, yeah, of course it is. So this is a colorized remake of Tetris Blast made likely in response to Tetris DX. And of course, it never came out in the United States. It was on the Game Boy Color, actually. I don't know why I'm thinking DS. Like, it's late Monday night and I'm having a brain fart right now, but you get the idea. Now, Tetris DX, if you remember, oh no, it's not that one. It's the Game Boy Color version. See, I saw the D and the X and I got the two confused. But if you remember Tetris DS, that was for Nintendo DS. They actually had several different modes of Tetris. Each of them based on like different Nintendo franchises. One of them was a crossover of sorts with Metroid, which kind of like blended the puzzle gameplay, but with a vertical scrolling shooter. So I actually thought that was pretty cool. And there are like other versions too. I kind of wish like Nintendo would like re-release something like that, even if it's like not necessarily the same, just something that'll be on Switch. But enough of that. Yeah, Tetris Battle Gaiden. And what this is another Japan exclusive. It's a two-player competitive game, obviously. And if you're into imports or emulation, you've probably seen this at one time or another. So you got all these different characters, and they got their own abilities and stuff. So that's what that is. Got Super Tetris 2 plus Bombless. And you got Super Tetris 2 plus Bombless Gentai Han. So apparently, let's check it out. Tetris 2 Bombless is a game for this family computer developed by Chunsoft and published by Bulletproof Software, yada yada yada. So I guess this is a upgrade that was for... So this is an upgrade of that. So this was for the Super Famicom. You also get Super Tetris 3. This is another one that obviously never left Japan. And again, if you're into imports and stuff, then you've probably seen this before. So, they're promising more than 15 versions. And I think, and I don't know if Tetris Time Warp counts as one of the versions. But so far, if we take that out, then that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So that's probably 10. And if Tetris Time Warp is included as one of those games, that will be 11. So that's 4 more that need to be revealed. So we're getting the NES version on Switch Online, obviously. And there are a few other versions I can think of. There's those Jellico arcade versions. You know what? Matter of fact, let me look it up right quick. Yes, that's what it's called, Tetris Plus. This and its sequel were actually arcade games. And they were actually put on the Legends Plus family of plug-and-play devices. Matter of fact, I even took a look at one of them several years ago. So basically, it's just like a quest-style mode. It's Tetris designed for arcade play. And also, I already got the Tengen one. So here's the one that was developed and published by Tengen. And this was, and of course, this was the one that ended up causing a kerfuffle because it was recalled. And of course, there was a lawsuit. Lots of messiness. I might make a video on it one day. But this was actually made by Tengen. So there are actually 3 different versions of the game that are on Famicom hardware. There's the one from BPS. There's this one, and of course there's Nintendo's version. So a lot of people say that like this is the more superior one, and I tend to agree because this actually has the 2-player mode. You can either play versus or you can play co-op. So yeah, so I'm wondering if they're actually releasing this version, the one for the Japanese computers, or is it going to be just the Famicom one that's going to be on there? I guess there's not much of a difference beside the graphical quality between the MSX and the Famicom. By the way, the Famicom version of Tetris is also available in the Legends arcade devices, so check it out. So yeah, that's about it. I'm a sucker for these. I'm a sucker for these game compilations. I like Tetris. That's like the perfect way to kill time. Oh yeah, something else I thought of. So like in the trailer we saw the Tetris Time Warp, one of the versions shown on there was the Game Boy version. So I'm wondering if that's going to be one of the versions that's going to be on there. Because I'm actually surprised that Nintendo didn't announce the Game Boy version for Nintendo Switch Online. That would be a no-brainer because you remember that was packaged in with Game Boy consoles back in the day. So like that was the big killer app for the Game Boy. There was no way you had a Game Boy and could not avoid that. But again, yeah, that's Tetris Forever. I know this isn't going to get the same kind of traction as other games. It's not a fighting game. It's not a shoot 'em up. But cats like me, we grew up. We were born and raised. We had our shooters. We got our RPGs. We got our sports games. But we also had puzzle games. And those were pretty unique. It wasn't about saving the world, saving the princess and shit, or whatever. You just tried to get the higher score. So that was pure gaming. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. I know a lot of people got some speculation as to what games could show up in this collection. Like, what games do you want to see on this collection? Because me, I'm kind of hoping like they can find some way to put the 10-gen version of the game on here. Or maybe those Tetris Plus games that are from Jalico. Because it's actually surprising like how many ways they can flip the formula with Tetris. But yeah, that's enough of that. I hope you enjoyed watching the video. As always, make sure you like, comment, and make sure you subscribe too. I like to do indie games. I do retro games. I do documentaries, reviews, previews, and I even live stream sometimes. Well, at least when the game is working, I like to live stream. But yeah, anyway, you guys, I hope you guys have a great Monday because it is Monday night as I record this. I hope your week's starting off on a good note. Until next time, I'm outie 51,000 G, kinfolk.